Alright, Ray Seals here. The purpose of this video today is regarding the SCI256 class. We're studying about environments, things of that nature, and it just so happens we're out here in nature. So the one I chose was one of the parks that I actually like to run in. It's the Forest Hill Park, and I'm going to switch it around so you can see the rest of the park here. Just a second. Okay. Just a second. Alright, so here you have Forest Hill National Park. Well, not National Park, but over there in the back there, zoom in here. Guess I won't zoom. In the back here we have that's the field office. They do the upkeep and everything on the property. We have a tennis court here. A little further we have playground here for the kids. And I just want to give you the aerial view before going further into the park. It's actually a pretty big park. Has a pond in the back, which I'm going to show you a little later. We're referring to the different animals and plants and everything that lives back here. So this is pretty much the gist of it. It's very big. Got some history going on here. Alright, so just going to go here to the back and I'll be right back with you. Alright, just starting to go a little further down into the park here. We're going to be talking about, as far as this park, major structural and functional dynamics. We're talking about the process of the ecosystem, including changes over time, be it weather, be it different factors that affect the ecosystem here. I'm also going to be talking about how the humans may have affected the geochemical cycles in this ecosystem, as well as the impacts. With nitrogen, phosphorus, and carbon in the carbon cycles. All of these cycles are important to pretty much any and all of our ecosystems. Couple things here. How the knowledge of this ecosystem structure and the function can help us, or has helped develop plans for management and restoration. So as we know, anytime we use resources, we need those resources to be renewable, and those that aren't as renewable, we don't want to overconsume, causing overconsumption. As you can see here, this is a national area. It says natural area reforested 2006, no mowing. So they have notifications put up around here in the park. Just gonna go further here. Okay, as I stated earlier, this actually is one of the parks I like to run in. I'm not saying that I like the hills, but the view is amazing. The view is great. And we're going to come to a stop here in just a moment. But as you look further over to my side here, you see the little streams forming. Yep, right down there. You see a little bit of litter. Littering doesn't help the environment at all. However, it happens. Little bridge here. This wasn't here last time I ran. Either that or I just ran right past it. As you can see how nature's taking its toll, and it's pretty much going downstream there. Again, this area is beautiful. I love it. Back over this side over here. Okay, I'm going to go down further where the pond is actually at, where this water is leading to, and then we're going to get more in depth with this presentation here. Okay, so we're ascending the hill that I do not like to run. Just going to talk about the structure of this ecosystem. As far as the living and the non-living things, the non-living will be the water, the soil, which we saw a little earlier. Water down there, got a little bit of soil. There we go. A few rocks over there to the side. Also the physical and the chemical environment as well. Regarding the species that interact with this ecosystem, we're looking at fish, ducks, insects, water inhabitants, and dogs. I must say that's one of the funnest things, well, most fun things when you're out here. It's different types of dogs. I like the ducks too. They're usually out here. I'm not sure if they're out here today. Okay, so as far as the changes over time, since Virginia, we experienced all 4 seasons. You may get a time where you get the winter, in which some animals are out here that aren't usually out here, and vice versa. The animals that are out here, they run. They're no longer here. They go and migrate for the winter. There's also, when it's coming in, there's a place called the Farmer's Market. That's only open seasonal. So right now it is not open down here. That's when the farmers bring out their fresh produce, which is one of the things I like. Okay, so we're going to go down a little further. We're going to get to the lake out there. Lake out in front. I'm going to get a close-up on it when we get there. Alright, as promised, we have reached the lake. Now, let's talk about this lake here a little bit. Okay. In the ecosystem process here. Now, with the ecosystem process, it consists of a cycling of chemical elements as well as a flow of energy. And with chemical elements, they're specific to some points in some organisms where they require a certain amount of elements at a specific time, and also at a specific amount in ratio in order for the growth and reproduction. A lot of specifics for nature, something that seems so simplistic, but it has many factors that play a role in them. In addition, these elements must be recycled and converted to reusable or consumable forms, such as food. I would compare this to trees consuming carbon dioxide and converting it to oxygen. Example that our text uses is that waste is converted into food, food is consumed and turned into waste. That waste is then converted back to food. It's pretty much an infinite cycle, very infinite. And some cycles aren't as infinite. Again, they are. Oh, wait, there's a squirrel. Right. Not sure if you see him. He's up there on the branch. Yep, he's right there. He's one of the creatures or the inhabitants of this area here. Now, in order for the recycling process to take place, many species, they must come together in order